Well, hello there, Tony friend. Do you like stories? I do too, and today I have a wonderful story to share with you that has some really beautiful music as well. When snow starts to fall and holiday lights shine brightly in the night, families, friends, and neighbors gather to listen to one of the most beloved ballets of all time, The Nutcracker. This Christmas classic tells the story of Clara, a girl who gets a very special doll as a gift from her godfather. She is swept up in an adventure in the land of sweets, where she becomes a princess adored by people from many lands. Would you like to hear it? Great! Let's get cozy, grab a cup of hot cocoa, I like to add marshmallows in mine, and then let's listen to the tale of Clara and the magical Nutcracker. It was a cold and snowy Christmas Eve night, but the windows of the Stahlbaum house were lit with a warm, welcoming glow. Inside the house, Mrs. Stahlbaum buzzed around, making last-minute preparations for the famous Stahlbaum Christmas Eve party. A cheery fire crackled in the fireplace and glinted off the ornaments on the gigantic Christmas tree. Mrs. Stahlbaum busily set out trays of sugar cookies and adjusted rows of tinsel, muttering to herself about how the evening must be perfect. In the parlor, Clara and her brother Fritz were happy to stay out of their mother's way and play by the fire. Fritz scampered around the parlor on all fours, pretending to be a rat. Clara, perched on a velvet sofa, pretended to be a cat, delicately cleaning her pretend whiskers with her paw. Mrs. Stahlbaum swept into the parlor and set out a tray of cookies and stumbled over Fritz. The boy snarled like a rat.
Fritz, be kind, or you'll get nothing but a lump of coal in your stocking this year.
There was no time to scold Fritz further, because the first of the guests had begun to arrive. Mr. and Mrs. Stahlbaum greeted the guests in the foyer, who shook the snow off their coats and immediately filled their hands with Christmas treats. Clara excitedly greeted her friends. All the children, boys and girls, had been dressed in their fanciest clothes for the party. Their shoes were shined, their hair combed and tied back in satin ribbons. The boys fussed with their tailored jackets. The girls curtsied and spun to show off their Christmas dresses. As the party went on, the adults chatted and laughed in the foyer while the children played in the parlor. The Stahlbaums had hired a pianist to play Christmas carols on the grand piano, and music filled the air. Clara and her friends danced by the fire, twirling and plie-ing, their Christmas dresses fluttering around them. Meanwhile, Fritz and the boys took a break from playing soldier and bonking each other on the head with imaginary swords. Seeing the girls twirling and dancing, they decided to tease and mimic the girls by pretending they were dancing around on their tiptoes too.
Fritz, you leave the girls be or you'll go upstairs for the rest of the evening.
A wintry chill entered the house.